Have you ever stopped to think about the invisible precision that kind of makes our world tick?
Yeah, behind the scenes stuff.
Right, like from the perfectly sealed bag of chips you grab to those lightning fast robotic arms building your car. There's
Well,
often this hidden genius at work.
hmm
The most critical components are frequently the ones we never even consider, yet they enable, well, incredible efficiency and accuracy.
It's absolutely true. These are the unsung heroes, really, of industrial progress,
Mhm.
quietly ensuring everything operates with the exactness we rely on. They're foundational.
Exactly, foundational. And today we're taking a deep dive into one of those foundational, often overlooked components, the global cam positioners market.
Okay.
Now, for those maybe less familiar, these aren't just like simple gears. They're vital devices for incredibly precise motion control,
Hmm.
powering crucial applications in industrial automation, high-speed packaging, complex robotics, advanced assembly lines,
Uh,
you name it.
They're essentially the choreographers for the machinery, dictating exactly when and where parts move with absolute accuracy.
That's a great way to put it. Choreographers.
Yeah, I mean, imagine a machine that needs to perform a series of very specific, repeatable movements,
Mhm.
maybe stamping, cutting, placing an item.
Okay.
A cam positioner uses a specially shaped rotating disc, that's the cam, to convert continuous rotary motion into a really precise, programmed sequence of movements, linear or oscillating.
Ah, okay.
It ensures every step happens at the exact right time, with the exact right speed, the right acceleration, makes it indispensable for, quality and efficiency.
That makes perfect sense. So our mission with this deep dive then is to unpack the current state of this cam positioner market,
Right.
look at its projected growth and what these numbers truly tell us about the, well, the unstoppable march of automation.
Exactly. We've got detailed market analysis to work with.
Yeah, and we're going to distill those complex figures into clear, actionable insights for you, our listener.
Okay, so let's kick things off with the big picture.
Yeah,
This isn't a small market, not by any means, or stagnant.
right.
Back in 2021, the global cam positioners market
Yeah.
generated revenue over $1.6 billion.
Wow, okay. $1.6 billion.
But what's really compelling is its trajectory. It's
Okay.
projected to more than double.
Double.
Yeah, reaching over $3.7 billion by 2033.
Okay, that's quite a jump.
It is. And that works out to a strong compound annual growth rate, a CAGR, of 7.2%.
7.2%. That feels pretty robust for industrial components like these.
It's quite strong, yes. Signals real momentum.
All right, so that's a significant leap overall. Let's peel back the layers here a bit. Where are we seeing the most dynamic growth? Maybe we can start by zooming in on North America.
North America is certainly a powerhouse, no question. In 2021, its market was valued at over $440 million. And by 2033, it's projected to reach over $1 billion.
A billion just in North America.
Just North America. United States leads the charge, as you'd probably expect. But what's particularly noteworthy, really interesting, is the pace of growth we're seeing down in Mexico.
Mexico. Okay, that serves compelling. Is this primarily driven by specific industries, maybe like the booming automotive sector there, or nearshoring?
Absolutely, it's a strong combination of both, really. The automotive industry in Mexico has rapidly adopted automation,
Right.
and the trend of nearshoring companies bringing manufacturing closer to their consumer markets, that's definitely fueling the demand for precision components like these cam positioners.
So it signifies a real strategic investment in advanced manufacturing capabilities there.
Precisely, it's a big shift.
Fascinating. Okay, now let's move across the Atlantic, Europe. What kind of picture do the numbers paint there for cam positioners?
Europe is another crucial player. Its market is also projected to nearly double,
Okay.
from roughly $394 million in 2021 to over $885 million by 2033.
Still very significant growth.
Definitely. Germany, with its massive industrial base, is a major contributor, obviously.
Makes sense.
But what's truly intriguing, I think, is the rest of Europe segment.
The rest of Europe.
Yeah, this group, so encompassing numerous European nations beyond the traditional giants like Germany, France, Italy, this group is actually showing the highest regional growth rate within Europe.
Huh. That's surprising. What does that tell us? Maybe about the democratization of automation tech.
Right.
Are smaller or more specialized industries adopting these now?
Precisely. That's exactly what it suggests.
Yeah.
Advanced automation isn't just for the big, large-scale manufacturing powerhouses anymore.
Right.
We're seeing wider adoption across diverse sectors and in countries that might have previously lagged a bit. It indicates a really broad-based push for efficiency and precision in manufacturing throughout the continent.
Interesting. Okay, and then we come to Asia Pacific,
Yeah.
which, as you mentioned, has really been the global leader.
It has, yeah. Largest market size back in 2021, nearing $600 million.
At least 600 million.
And it's expected to almost triple by 2033.
Triple. Wow. China, of course, must be leading the region.
China maintains its strong lead, yes. But interestingly, India recorded a particularly high growth rate, its market more than doubling.
India, too. Okay.
And Southeast Asia, as a region, is also projected for substantial growth. So this isn't just about established industrial bases. It's about rapid acceleration in these emerging economies.
So Asia Pacific is clearly leading, but it's not just about scale in places like China then. What does that rapid acceleration in India and Southeast Asia tell us? Maybe about decentralization of manufacturing or new industrial hubs popping up?
It speaks volumes about the shifting landscape, yeah. The global manufacturing map is changing. These regions are rapidly becoming vital industrial hubs, driven by factors like expanding domestic markets, increasing foreign investment, and a real strategic embrace of automation to boost productivity and competitiveness.
Right.
This is where a lot of that future growth is likely going to continue to be concentrated.
Makes sense. Okay, next, let's head south. South America, what's the story there for CAM positioners?
South America, while smaller in overall market size compared to the others, is also on a clear upward trend.
Oh.
Revenues there are expected to more than double, too, from about $71 million in 2021 to over $150 million by 2033.
Still doubling. Impressive consistency.
It is. Brazil leads the pack there, poised to significantly increase its market share within the region. This growth really signals a broader industrial modernization happening across the continent.
Okay. In the Middle East, we often hear about their diversification efforts, moving away from just oil and gas.
Yeah.
Is that reflected here in automation tech like CAM positioners?
It absolutely is. The Middle East is definitely a region to watch. It's witnessing an impressive GGR of 8.01%.
8%. That's actually higher than the global average you mentioned earlier.
It is, yeah. Higher than the 7.2% global figure. This market is projected to grow from roughly $73 million in 2021 to over $190 million by 2033.
Wow. Which countries are key there?
Countries like Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and the UAE are key players. This robust growth is, like you said, a direct reflection of their significant investment in industrial diversification.
Building new manufacturing capabilities.
Exactly. And rapidly adopting automation across various sectors to support that.
Okay, fascinating. Finally, let's touch on Africa. What trends are we seeing on that continent?
In Africa, the market is also showing steady growth, projected to more than double from about $50 million in 2021 to over $110 million by 2033.
Okay, smaller base, but still doubling.
Right. Nigeria is a significant market there. South Africa and the rest of Africa also contributing robustly. While the overall numbers are smaller, the consistent growth rates close to 6.5% CGR across the board highlight increasing industrial activity and, well, the early stages of automation adoption across the continent.
It's really incredible to think how these seemingly small components are underpinning such massive industrial shifts globally.
It really is.
As we've seen, this consistent growth isn't just a coincidence, is it? It's a clear signal. A signal of the intensifying drive towards industrial automation and the ever-present need for precision.
That's right. The core drivers are crystal clear. First, the relentless increase in industrial automation across nearly every single sector. Second, the fundamental and ever-growing demand for precise motion control in manufacturing processes. You just can't get the quality or speed without it.
Right.
And third, the expanding applications that are bringing these technologies into more and more areas, from the tiniest consumer product packaging to the largest industrial machinery.
So what does this all mean for you listening in? Well, our deep dive into the global CAM positioners market paints a very clear picture. It's experiencing robust and consistent growth, projected to rise from that $1.6 billion in 2021 to a staggering $3.7 billion by 2033.
Yeah, that strong CER of 7.2%.
Exactly.
And just to summarize those key regions again, Asia-Pacific is the largest, led by China, but with really strong accelerating growth coming out of India and Southeast Asia.
Yep.
North America is significant, led by the U.S., but with that fast growth in Mexico driven by nearshoring and automotive.
Got it.
Europe, Germany is a major contributor, but notably, the rest of Europe shows the highest regional growth, signaling that widespread adoption.
Right, the democratization point.
Exactly. And don't forget, the Middle East's really strong CAGR, over 8%, showcasing its emerging significance as it diversifies industrially.
So understanding this market, it isn't just about some niche component, is it? It provides profound insight into the broader trends shaping global manufacturing, the
Definitely.
intricate supply chains that bring products to your doorstep, and the underlying technology that enables it all. It's like a direct window into the future of production.
Well said. And this brings us to maybe a provocative thought for you to consider as we wrap up. Given this consistent and, frankly, robust growth in CAM positioners across such diverse global industries,
Hmm.
what does this really tell us about the unstoppable march of precision automation?
Hmm.
How might this continued push for efficiency and, well, exactitude fundamentally reshape the workforce, or even the very nature of physical products in the coming decade?
Yeah, that's a big question.
Think about it. What previously human-centric tasks might next be positioned, so to speak, for automated precision? Where does that drive for accuracy take us next? Okay, picture this. What if I told you there are these sort of silent orchestrators behind everything from your perfectly filled drink bottle to, say, the super precise parts in a jet engine? And what if these were devices you probably never even heard of? Well, welcome to the deep dive. This is where we pull back the curtain on things that are complex, crucial, and honestly pretty captivating. Today, we're doing just that. We're diving deep into the, well, incredibly dynamic world of CAM positioners. Now, these aren't just some obscure bits of metal. They're really critical technologies. They power modern industrial motion control systems. They ensure unbelievable precision and efficiency across, well, countless industries. So, the hurdles they face and where this vital tech is heading next. And all our insights today, they're powered by some sharp analysis from cognitive market research, which gives us a great shortcut to understanding it all.
Yeah, it's a truly fascinating area. And, I'd argue it's often kind of overlooked just how foundational this technology really is. It might seem niche, maybe a bit hidden, but it's genuinely the invisible backbone of modern production. And its evolution, that tells a really compelling story about the entire industrial landscape, actually.
Okay, so if CAM positioners are these sort of unsung heroes of precision, what forces are really pushing them into the spotlight in factories all over the world? What's actually fueling their demand right now?
Yeah, right. You've hit the nail on the head there. The first big thing is just the explosion in industrial automation and robotics. It's massive. That's really the engine driving this market. CAM positioners are absolutely essential there because they give you that precise angular positioning in machinery. Think about it, sectors like automotive assembly or delicate electronics manufacturing, even general industrial production. What kind of precision are they demanding now? It's incredible, and these tools help deliver exactly that.
That's a great point. And the core insight, I think, isn't just that they're essential. It's that they're like the unseen architects of precision in modern automation. They let industries hit tolerances that, were maybe once thought impossible, especially as automation gets more complex than just simple tasks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not only heavy industry, right? We're seeing an equally powerful surge in things like packaging and material handling equipment.
Absolutely.
Imagine those really high-speed operations, labeling, sealing, filling bottles. They all rely on perfectly synchronized, super high-speed motion control and CAM positioners. They deliver that with, well, remarkable accuracy. It's not just about going fast. It's about achieving this kind of production zen.
Production zen, I like that.
Yeah, where speed and flawless execution just happen together. And that drastically cuts waste, boosts output. It's huge.
Exactly. And then beyond those areas, you've got the incredibly demanding world of CNC and precision machining. Think about industries like aerospace, defense, medical devices. They're increasingly depending on CAM positioners for really accurate angular tool placement. As they move to these ultra-high precision manufacturing methods, every tiny fraction of a millimeter counts.
Yeah.
I mean, the implications of even a tiny mistake in, say, a jet engine part, they're immense. You just can't afford errors.
It's truly mind-boggling when you think about that level of accuracy. It really is. And then there's maybe the most compelling reason for adopting them, that relentless push for high-speed indexing solutions. CAM positioners offer what's called low backlash. That means basically no play or slop in the movement, right? So you get instant, exact responses.
Precisely. Very little wasted motion.
Right. And that comes along with rapid indexing and excellent repeatability. Do the same thing perfectly over and over. So that makes them ideal for companies aiming to drastically cut their production cycle times without sacrificing that mechanical accuracy. It's all about getting speed and quality working hand in hand.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating here is how all these drivers, the automation, the packaging, the CNC, the indexing, they collectively paint this vivid picture. It's a picture of an industrial landscape that's just increasingly obsessed with speed, precision, and efficiency. And it's across incredibly diverse sectors, too. It's not just one niche. It's a broad, almost global push for modernization.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to get that competitive edge.
Okay, so we've seen the impressive forces really propelling CAM positioners forward. They sound amazing. But, as with any critical technology, it's never just smooth sailing, is it?
Rarely is. Yeah.
So I'm genuinely curious, what are some of the biggest roadblocks or maybe challenges that might stop companies from adopting these more widely? Where does it get tricky?
That's a really important pivot. One of the primary hurdles, no doubt, is the high initial investment and the integration cost, especially when you're talking about the more advanced servo-driven and digital cam systems.
The newer ones.
Exactly. It's not just the price tag on the hardware itself. You've also got the controllers, the software, maybe programming, the whole system integration piece. And for smaller manufacturers, that upfront expense, it can be pretty prohibitive, a real barrier.
Yeah, I can totally see that. It's a big ask to retool a whole production line.
Yeah.
And okay, once they are installed, I've heard some talk about their flexibility, or maybe lack thereof. How do they compare to something like, say, electronic motion controllers?
That's another key challenge. You're right to bring that up. Your traditional mechanical cam systems, they are inherently less adaptable, especially for tasks that need frequent reprogramming or changes.
Right.
In today's manufacturing world, things are so dynamic. Product lines change. Processes need constant tweaking. And in those environments, that lack of flexibility can really restrict their usage compared to the more software-driven electronic motion controllers, which you can often change on the fly.
Okay, that makes sense. And we can't ignore the actual physical environment either, can we?
That's deep.
What about things like maintenance, especially if the factory conditions aren't, perfect?
Exactly. Maintenance and wear in harsh conditions, that's a big one. Think about dusty places, corrosive atmospheres, or applications with really high loads. All of that can lead to accelerated wear, which means more frequent maintenance needs. And that doesn't just mean downtime, which is bad enough.
Yeah, costly downtime.
It adds significantly to the total cost of ownership over the entire life of the equipment. It's not just the purchase price.
Right, the ongoing costs.
Yeah.
And finally, we probably have to touch on the competition, the alternatives. What else is out there that might pull manufacturers away from using cam positioners?
Well, it's become a much more crowded field now. There's a growing availability of alternative motion control technologies. Things like PLCs, programmable logic controllers, often the brains of the factory automation. Then you have linear actuators, direct drive motors, a whole range of options. And these alternatives, they often offer more flexible, sometimes purely software-based solutions. That puts extra competitive pressure on the cam positioner market. It really forces manufacturers to weigh their options very carefully. What's the best fit for this specific application?
Yeah, this really raises a crucial question, doesn't it? How do manufacturers actually balance those clear benefits? The precision, the speed that cam positioners offer with these very practical considerations, the cost, the flexibility issues, the ongoing maintenance.
Exactly.
It really highlights the strategic choices companies have to make when they're evaluating their motion control solutions.
Yeah.
It's not always straightforward.
Not at all. It's a complex equation.
Yeah. So, okay, we've laid out the hurdles, but does that mean it's sort of the end of the road for these precision workhorses? Or are they finding new ways to evolve and, thrive despite these pretty formidable obstacles? What does the future actually look like for cam positioners?
Oh, definitely not the end of the road. What's really exciting, actually, is the significant shift we're seeing towards servo-driven and programmable cam positioners.
Oh, the digital ones again?
Yes, these are the models that are really bridging that gap. We talked about the gap between pure mechanical reliability and modern software flexibility. They offer superior precision, much better speed control, and, frankly, really easy integration with modern automation setups. Plug and play is getting closer.
Okay.
So they're rapidly becoming the preferred choice in many sectors because they kind of offer the best of both worlds.
And that sounds like it aligns perfectly with that bigger push towards smart manufacturing, Industry 4.0, all that connectivity stuff.
Precisely, yeah. How are they fitting into that connected factory vision? Well, cam positioners are increasingly being designed with standard connectivity protocols built right in, things like Profinet or Ethernet IP. You can think of these as the sort of digital languages that let them talk seamlessly with other machines, with factory control
Right,
systems.
so they're part of the network.
Exactly. And this enables incredible features like predictive maintenance. Imagine the machine telling you it needs service before it breaks down.
Wow.
Okay, plus real-time performance tracking and ultimately more streamlined, efficient production flows. They're becoming true intelligent components within that connected factory.
That's a massive leap from just being purely mechanical component. A huge change.
It really is.
What about their physical size? Are they getting smaller too? Is that a trend?
Absolutely. That's another trend that's gaining significant momentum: miniaturization and more compact designs. As the demand grows for precision automation in tricky areas like electronics assembly or medical device manufacturing, where space is often really tight.
Yeah, very tight spaces.
Manufacturers are developing smaller and smaller cam positioners, ones that can fit into these confined spaces but still maintain really robust performance. So they're shrinking, but without losing their power or their accuracy.
Interesting. Okay, and maybe to wrap up the trends, it sounds like there's also a big move towards more bespoke solutions, tailored options.
There absolutely is. Customization and creating industry-specific configurations, that's vital now. Whether you're talking about the unique demands of, say, high-speed bottling, or the sterile environments needed in pharmaceuticals, or the intricate movements for textiles, tailored cam positioner solutions are enabling much greater operational efficiency. They're helping end users really optimize their specific processes, moving away from a one-size-fits-all approach towards highly specialized applications. So if we kind of connect all this to the bigger picture, what we're seeing is a technology that, hey, it has its challenges, but it's constantly reinventing itself. It's adapting to meet the demands of this increasingly sophisticated and connected industrial world.
That's exactly right. It really speaks volumes about the innovative spirit driving these adaptations. It's about ensuring that precision and speed remain absolutely critical right at the forefront of manufacturing.
Well, we've certainly journeyed through quite a bit today. The powerful drivers pushing cam positioners forward, the significant challenges they face, and these really exciting future trends. It's clearly a complex area, but also an endlessly fascinating example of how industrial technology evolves, often quietly powering so much of our modern world behind the scenes.
It is. And maybe here's a final thought for you, for our listeners. As you go about your day, just consider how these seemingly small, incredibly precise components, like cam positioners, how they're actually kind of a microcosm, a small reflection of that larger global drive for efficiency, for innovation, for interconnectedness
Yeah.
that's happening in almost every single industry you interact with daily. The hidden precision behind so much of it all is truly remarkable when you stop to think about it.
That's a great thought to end on. Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive today. We really look forward to exploring more complex topics like this with you in future deep dives.